Travel with us through beautiful Southern Oregon as we visit the gems of the Rogue Valley. These are some of the most popular and hidden gems in the region. We'll take you and explore incredible venues, amazing hotspots, unique museums, and places you can bring the whole family. So get ready for your hosts, Cassandra Wass and David Nienow.
Hello and welcome to Gems of the Rogue Valley. I'm your host, David Nienow.
And I'm your host, Cassandra Wass.
And today we're going to the theater, which has been a big part of Rogue Valley culture since the 1930s.
Yes, and we have theater stages all the way from Grants Pass to Ashland. And today we're going to be talking about a very special theater, which is in my backyard. It's in Talent, Oregon, and it is the Camelot Theater, where Broadway meets talent.
Yes, and our special guests today from Camelot Theater are Roy Von Rains Jr., the artistic director, and Dan Hauser, the executive director. And I want to make it a point of knowing that I met Roy earlier this summer while we were all working on a Cafe Girls Productions, Doctor Who's fan-based web series.
Yes.
And Roy was the evil Time Lord, the master, and the bad Time Lord.
That was a lot of fun.
You were very bad. So
Did you do that laugh? Ha 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 ha.
I don't think I ever laughed. Not in that. He was too mean to laugh.
Oh, super fun.
yeah, so that was a fun experience watching you in action.
Oh, it was a blast. Thank you. That was fun.
Well, and you are the artistic director of the
I am.
Camelot Theater, and so we thought, well, let's start at the beginning. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how Camelot Theater got started?
Well, actually, Dan might be better suited to
take
answer
that
that.
one away. Okay.
Recently, we were going through, and Dan spent a lot of time going through the history and the beginning of it. So, I'll, by all means,
Great. Yeah, actually, Camelot is in our 35th year this year.
Wow.
2018 is our 36th season. Started in 1982 as
Wow.
the Actors Workshop, which was a small theater company that started. It was on the second floor of Main Street in Ashland, downtown.
Wow.
Kind of down toward the southern part of the street there. They then moved, they became the Ashland Theater, or the, I'm sorry, Actors Theater of Ashland.
Okay.
And then moved to a small feed store in Talent, Oregon, and became Actors Theater.
Wow.
Then in like 96 or so, they became the Camelot Theater in that feed store. And then as of about 2011, we have moved into our new facility, which is Camelot Theater at 101 Talent Avenue in Talent.
Right, and as I hear it, the feed store, this building, was actually taken down and somebody purchased it.
Yes, yeah. Actually, they didn't really take it down. They cut it right in half.
Oh my gosh.
And, they drove it in two pieces, I think somewhere down Wagner Road. A gentleman purchased it to build it, or to put it back together as a studio on his property. But yeah.
And then you got all this funding and you built the James M. Collier Theater.
Correct.
And actually we have some pictures of that if we can pull up the new theater, because it's pretty swanky, I have to say.
It is a great theater. It's
It's-
state-of-the-art, 165-seat theater, which we were about 99-seat theater before. It's a beautiful piece there, and it's right across the street from where we used to be at the feed store. The feed store is in the street to the right of that picture, and it basically tore that down, built a new theater, and then that became the new road.
Okay, and now this is a non-profit theater?
Correct. We
Okay,
are 501c3.
And I've got questions here. Okay. Okay. And do you have a mission for your theater?
Absolutely.
Okay. What is it?
Well, it always evolves depending on what we've got a lot of different groups who will talk about the Conservatory and our actors and
Yes.
a lot of things. We do a lot of nonprofit charity nights. So really our mission's kind of evolving, but it's really to be for the Rogue Valley and Southern Oregon, Northern California region, a performing arts venue to put on excellent productions and really serve our community. We are what we like to call it, we are the community theater of the community. So
Yeah.
we really appreciate it.
Yeah, and when I was going through your guys' website, I mean, it looked like you have a pretty busy schedule of.
Oh boy, do we? Yeah.
So typically, what kinds of shows does the theater like to produce, or that they get into in terms of
Like in a
themes?
season?
Yeah.
Well, every season we do 4 big musicals,
Okay.
We do
4?
We do 4 big musicals. We do
Wow.
one in the spring, one in the summer, one in the fall, and then we do, of course, our big winter / Christmas musical. We also do 3 non-musical plays a year, and then 5 spotlights, which are small concert / biographical shows, usually featuring focused on an artist. So every once in a while we'll do one focused on a genre, but it pretty much focuses on artists that have had an impact in the in the entertainment industry.
Right. It seems like from looking at the list of spotlight shows that they're like musical kinds of artists that you're doing.
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
you're doing the shows around.
Yeah, well, like right now we're in the middle of doing a spotlight on James Taylor, and we've focused on everything from the British invasion to the Blue Divas and jazz. Etta James. I mean, we've really spanned a lot of different eras of music.
So they're kind of like little mini concerts almost.
They
It's
are.
like a tribute.
Yeah.
It's a tribute to
It's
the
a tribute.
artist.
Oh, and here's the James Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then I think we've got another picture of
Yeah.
someone.
This-
There we go. Someone. we
Gail
do
Wilson.
it.
I think that was spotlight on. Oh wait,
Carole King, I think, isn't it?
Was that Carole King?
That might have been Carole King.
I think it was. Yeah, spotlight on Carole King.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of.
Yeah,
either-
well, that's like a really great round selection of music to enjoy.
It is. The music's fantastic, but I think what really sets these spotlights apart is that there's a lot of biography. I mean, you hear some of the stories that these artists have gone through just to get where they are today, and I mean, it's amazing. I have never left a spotlight where I didn't know so much more about that artist. I mean, the biography, I think, is as important as the music as well.
Wow.
Well, I find that's a really great way to learn about musical artists that maybe you've enjoyed their music, but really not know a lot in the background.
Right.
Yeah, oh,
One of the ones
absolutely.
So I
we
think
did
that's
one
a
on Roy
cool
Orbison,
format.
which was really great.
Oh, yeah.
His songs are very dark and kind of sad, and when you learn the biography, it really tells you why. And it's amazing when you see what these artists have lived through, how that affects their music,
Yeah.
and it just you have more of appreciation for what they're doing. So these
Yeah.
have done very well for Camelot, and we're thrilled to keep expanding to
Oh,
now
yeah.
doing 5.
Nice.
Now, do you have do you do much in the way of original theater programs?
Original plays?
Yeah, original
Original
plays.
works?
Well,
Yeah.
actually, all the spotlights are original.
Okay.
We write those in-house, or we hire writers to put those scripts together. And we have done some original non-musical plays in the past. They're few and far between, but it's not
So
something
somebody could submit something to you for a premiere, possibly, if you actually
absolutely.
We
feel.
have done 2 world premieres at Camelot. We
Beautiful.
did Question of Words,
Yeah.
which starred this young man here.
Yay!
And we also did Solomon's Blade
Yeah.
in
Oh, yes.
16. That was
Oh, yes.
a beautiful show. Beautiful.
Yes, and actually, we've got some pictures of that. Can we pull some pictures up of some of the shows? There we go. There's Solomon's
yeah.
Blade.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a great. Again, we were
was
the
a
world
phenomenal
premiere,
show.
and we really enjoyed that. That came out of, I believe, out of the Ashland New Plays Festival. Was one of their winning
did.
plays.
Actually, as did Question of Words. They
Okay.
both came out of there, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
We kind of collaborate with our own little peers here in the valley.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, do we have I believe we have like a video to also play at this point. The great stuff.
Oh,
Great Big Stuff.
Oh,
Right,
yeah, oh.
yeah. Dirty Rotten Scoundrel.
oh yeah. Well, let's play that, and we'll take a look.
I thought I had a real gift, that penny anti-grift, but Freddie's getting ready now to give his life a lift. I'm tired of being a chump, I wanna be like Trump. 200 pounds of caviar in one gigantic lump. Give me great big stuff, this is how I've gotta live. Great big stuff, oh no alternative. Great big stuff, I want my silver spoon. Don't need it right now, but I better get it soon.
Oh, okay, great. Perfect.
I want a mansion with a moat, around which I will float with some vast bottom ladies in my vast bottom boat. A house in the Bahamas, Paisley silk pajamas, poker with our roker and our friend Lorenzo Lamas. Get me!
Preach big stuff!
I really do deserve it.
Preach big stuff!
With servants who will serve it.
Preach big stuff!
I don't give a damn what it's for. Every day's my birthday, every night is my bar mitzvah. Oh, give me a home where the centerfolds roam. Guccione on the phone, he's got a party going on. And Hef will have me over to play some naked twister. Grotto in the grotto with the playmate.
Well, that looked like a really fun, exciting kind of a production.
Oh, it was a blast. Based on the film from the 80s with Steve Martin and Michael Caine.
Oh,
And,
so cute, hilarious.
Great fun, irreverent humor, and some wonderful songs and great dancing. Yeah, I had a
Now,
blast with that one.
As a theater, I mean, you do your production, so you've got to have like regular auditions for to find your talent.
We do. We absolutely do. In fact, we've got them coming up in November, and every year it's usually about November that we hold our general auditions.
Okay.
Which can be an exhausting process, but it's always so much fun. It's hard to explain the excitement when someone comes through that just blows you away. You go, oh my gosh! I mean, it's really you start seeing the possibilities. But we audition, and we hold our general auditions in November.
Okay.
And then we do callbacks before each show.
Each show, okay.
Right. So and usually we'll call back from the generals, but if someone misses the general auditions, it's not the end of the world. We certainly we'll bring them in.
You can call in and say,
Absolutely,
hey, can I get a general? Okay.
We are always looking for new talent. I mean, it's
Okay,
what
great.
keeps a theater alive, to be quite honest. So
We always post those also on our website. We have the audition schedules coming up for current shows and for the generals. So it's all there.
And I just want to say, I just recently went to Spamalot at the Camelot.
That was my favorite show.
I think it was one of my favorite shows I've ever seen there. And actually, that was the first one I had seen in the new theater.
Oh, okay.
And I just have to say, I mean, I have been in the old theater and I've been in the new theater, and what I love is it's just so intimate. I mean, it doesn't matter what seat in the house.
Yeah.
You're just like right there. And and I have to say, I laughed the whole time. I had such a great time, and it just was the best theater experience.
Oh, thank you.
Glad
Yeah.
you enjoyed that.
Well,
Really.
Cassie, that was your first show in the new theater?
In the new theater.
Okay, it's been 6 years, Cassie. We
I'm
want
in
to see you more
trouble.
than once every 6 years.
I'm in
but
trouble.
That's a great. It actually was a very, very good show.
I better become a season ticket holder.
We'd love to have you come.
And you mentioned the intimacy of even the larger theater. One of the things we didn't want to lose when we left the feed store into the new was that intimacy, because it was very, very intimate when we were across the street, and there were a lot of discussions on how to keep that intimacy
Right.
when we moved into the larger building, and I think they certainly accomplished that from the design.
Absolutely,
We'd
absolutely.
probably be bringing Spamalot back because Spamalot at Camelot is a natural.
I
I mean, you've got
it
King
should
Arthur
be like
and you
a
got the
yearly
knights.
deal.
And it was very well received by the community, so we really are very proud
Oh
of that
my
show.
gosh, everyone's like, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. So, okay, well let's shift gears, and let's talk about the Conservatory program that you have for children's. It's teens 9 to 17. Okay, so can you just tell us about this program, guys?
In my humble opinion, it's the noblest thing we do. And so every summer, we've got a 6-week children's conservatory program. They focus on Shakespeare, on acting, on dance, and on vocal. And
There's a flyer for it.
there
Okay,
we go.
great.
And that's what we did, I think, from Cats and
The mime, I'm not sure where the mime came from.
I'm not sure either. I think just this year we did Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Next year we're doing The Little Mermaid. But we not only do we focus on the disciplines of the acting and the dance and the singing, but we try to set these children up for success by really focusing on theater etiquette.
Wow.
And what it takes to survive in a theatrical environment.
Yep.
It's a very different world.
Oh, yes.
Whether they pursue the theater or not, a lot of kids gain so much self-confidence
Oh,
because
gosh, yeah.
they're performing on the stage in front of a live audience, and these kids are anywhere from 9 to 19. It's a great age to get that confidence built so they can do whatever they carry into their careers.
Right, and you do a show with them.
They get
Yeah,
a recital and they get a show.
absolutely.
Did you just do, was it Chitty Chitty Bang
Chitty
Bang?
Chitty Bang Bang, yeah.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, and so the way that the camp is set up, the first half of the day, throughout the entire program, they're focusing and they're on taking the classes for the acting and the different disciplines, and then as the afternoons are spent rehearsing for the show that we're doing at the end of the 6 weeks.
And that's just a summer program.
Just a summer program.
But you also have the summer camps offered through SOU.
We do.
Okay, so how does that work?
It's a 5-day camp.
Okay.
It is a little broader
Okay.
in scope and in approach, because in 5 days,
Right.
there's not a lot you can cover. You'd be surprised what we do, though.
Yeah.
And a lot of the children that we have coming into the SOU camp are not quite as experienced as, say, some of the kids coming into the conservatory program. So, but it focuses on the same thing.
Yeah.
Same things, rather. Dance, vocal, acting, Shakespeare,
Right.
and, of course, the all-important theater etiquette.
Wonderful.
And they do, at the end of that 5-day camp, they also do a recital, and it's a lot of fun. And it thrills me when you see the spark of theater come to
Yeah.
life in a child.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It amazes me how well they improve from the first week to the 6th week at our conservatory,
yeah.
and also day 1 through day 5. It's like night and day.
it
It's
really
like
is.
different people walking
And
out.
They
sound
are.
so much better. When they first come in, it's like stray cats all singing. And by the end of the 6 weeks, they are so harmonious. The harmony's there. They sing. They're more confident. They've got that gusto, and it's amazing, the transformation in
Yeah.
6 weeks and also in 5 days, depending on which
Wow.
program. It's
That's
great.
so beautiful. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Yeah, I like that there's programs out there like that to help build confidence in youth. You
Oh,
know,
God, yeah.
Because that's such an important thing in life.
Oh,
You
it absolutely is. And,
so-
on top of that, I mean, to be a good storyteller, you have to be a good listener. I mean, and it really fosters the sense of listening in these kids, not just, to the people that they interact with, but listening to what's going on in the world, listening to the stories that surround them. And yeah, it's, like I say, I think it's the noblest thing we do.
Yeah. Now, looking at your website, you've got a pretty extensive ticket system, from what I could see, for getting tickets to your shows.
Right.
You've got various packages.
We do. You can. Right now, we're opening up the 2018 season. Again, our 36th season of Camelot. You can get the whole season, which we call the Guinevere package, and that includes everything plus the conservatory. That's actually one of the best packages. You save 18% off of the regular ticket pricing. And we also have the Arthur package, which is everything but the conservatory. So if you don't want to see the kids for some reason, there's that package. And you can also buy packages of all the spotlight shows. We have folks that just want to come out and see the tribute spotlight shows. We have that package separately. You can come out and see 5 shows, 8 shows, 10 shows. The whole season is 13 shows. So that we try to package the best value. But you can buy them all down to just one show.
Wow.
And it's available on the website. You
Right.
can call the box office, or you can come on into the theater. We're open from like noon to 5 most weekdays, and we're happy to talk to anybody and take their order.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of the people, like some of the people you see in that video there, you may encounter them in our box office. People wear many hats in the theater.
Yeah. And I saw, as I was looking at those ticket programs, that there's also kind of like a pay what you can kind of.
And
a-
rush-
We
Rush
do
tickets.
Every main stage show, which is the non-spotlights, we have a pay what you can performance. It's the very first performance.
Oh.
And it usually follows the first Wednesday of the show. And we open it up to the community, and usually we have very long lines for that. People do like to attend those. So it's our mission to also serve the community, and we want to make sure that folks that may not be able to afford the ticket prices can come out and see our programs. So the first show is always pay what you can. We also do a benefit program the following Wednesday, the second week of the show, which we find a local charity, and we basically have them bring the audience, and they take the proceeds from the show.
Oh, wow.
So in
I
addition
didn't
to
know
promoting
that.
our show, we promote their theater or their organization and give them a little spotlight as well. So it's always kind of fun to give back to the community, which has done so much for Camelot.
Oh, that's a really wonderful program. I really like that a lot. That's-
Wait, but do you guys have rush tickets like an hour before the show?
2 hours.
Oh,
2
2
hours,
hours
yeah.
before the
We-
show.
this year we expanded to 2 because there was some demand for it. But
Okay.
if the show has not sold out and there are tickets available, we do have tickets for $18. Actually, $20, and they are available 2 hours before the show.
Yeah, and you know, the one thing I love about this theater is like the prices are not outrageous.
No.
They're not outrageous at all.
We
to
try
come-
to keep it because we know the community we're in. I mean, we have other theaters in town that do much more elaborate
Yes,
shows. And
yeah.
really, I mean, they're a value at their price points. We try to keep ourselves priced so that the community can enjoy the theater.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's really what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful approach to the way you conduct yourself as an organization. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Great. Well, we are a community theater. And again,
Yeah.
we work for the community, and we love our community, and we love to be able to get the community into our little abode here. So,
Well, there's different ways that the community can support Camelot Theater. Okay, so why don't you tell us about how you can donate to the theater?
you know, the theater does everything from in-kind donations. We get a lot of our costumes and a
Yeah.
lot of our props donated
Really?
by people.
Oh,
Sure.
gosh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And we also, you know, if they wanted to donate, we have two membership organizations. It's the Guinevere and the Excalibur. So if
Okay.
you want to join the Excalibur Club,
Love that.
our membership, that actually is operations, and it helps the theater really maintain our price point so we can keep our tickets low.
Yeah.
This is really to help fund our operation costs. The Guinevere supports the Conservatory. So that money, if you donate to the Guinevere, covers tuition assistance for a lot of the students that come to the Conservatory.
Oh, that's nice.
We give grants for that too. So if they can't afford to come, we also underwrite that as well. You can do everything also donation-wise. We can sponsor a brick if a loved one is passed, or if you want to do your own name on the entry of Camelot. We have bricks available from as low as $150 to you can buy the box office and have it named after you to a tune of about $50,000. So anywhere you'd like to make some support, we really appreciate it. You know, Camelot is also not funded totally by our ticket prices. But again, keeping our ticket prices low, we rely on the community to help with other areas, and that's what the donations really help.
Okay, and also you have volunteers. You have
We have-
So how does the volunteer program work, or what are you looking for?
Well, I think all of our ushers are volunteers.
Wow.
And then we have people who volunteer to come in and do stitching on costumes, or help construct set pieces, or help paint the sets, or
Really?
absolutely. In fact,
didn't know that.
we've had people volunteer to come in and help with hanging and focusing the lighting system. So yeah, there's we love volunteers.
We have
they
one
also
group-
help keep our
Yeah, we
price
have
point
the
low.
mailing crew come in. It's a group of people, older folks that come in once every month. We do a mailing, and it's become a club. They come in, they bake goods, and they have a little coffee, and they put the labels on our postcards, and we ship them out. We have wonderful folks that are volunteering with the
And so they just call the theater? Is there a way, or is there something on your website?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
website, or
and they
call the
can
box
contact
office and
you?
say you're interested in volunteering and what you want to do, and then we will definitely get back in touch with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, well, actually, we have a little time left, so I was wondering what your 2018 season is going to look like.
Oh.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we just announced it. I'll start with our spotlights. We're doing
Okay.
Spotlight on Julie Andrews. That's what we're starting out the season with that.
The hills are alive.
Absolutely.
Well, one is following this year Mary Poppins, so it's a great segue into
I love
Julie.
it.
After
Yes.
that, we're doing a spotlight on two wonderful performers, Tina Turner and Janis Joplin.
alrighty.
We're going to do those together.
Whoa.
Yes, we're doing spotlight on the Eagles,
Wow.
spotlight on the Kingston Trio with actually with one of the members of the Kingston Trio, and spotlight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Bob
Oh, my
Hayworth.
gosh.
He narrated or this year rather, our spotlight on Peter, Paul, and Mary, and it was wonderful because he knew Peter, Paul, and Mary. He knew them. He traveled with them as a performer, and so we talked and how nice it would be to bring him in to do spotlight on the Kingston Trio. So we've got that.
So great.
And then we're finishing with spotlight on Fleetwood Mac.
Oh.
The plays that we're doing, we're going out on a limb with a Western. The Man Who Shot
You gotta
Liberty
go see
Valance.
that.
It's a wonderful play. It's The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, kind of in the
Okay.
vein of High Noon, and wonderful play. We're doing and Neil Simon's Barefoot in the Park.
Oh, love that.
And then
Love that.
It's a wonderful play. And then
Yes.
Tom Stoppard's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which is one of my
Classic.
favorite plays. The big musicals we're doing this year, we're Annie Get Your Gun
Oh, nice.
and Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and then we finish our season with Oliver. So, fun season.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Conservatory also has a
yes.
musical, and they're doing The Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I used to dress as the Little Mermaid at birthday parties.
You know, we may have a costume night performance. You're welcome to come back in that,
Okay,
Cassie.
with
If you'd
my
like to come
red
back
hair.
in, you can come back in your,
I'm
in your
Little
little.
First we
Mermaid's
just dress you up as the
grandmother.
I'm doing a Trident. I'm doing Ursula, her father. What's his name?
Poseidon.
No, he's got King Triton.
Wait, do
King
you
Triton,
guys,
yeah.
are you guys both in the shows?
No.
No.
Yes. No.
Periodically. A lot. I'm in the shows a lot less now that I'm artistic director. But yeah, I do like to get on stage when I can.
Okay,
I-
okay.
yeah.
I'm in the theater. I'm in the executive office, so I do the box office donations and the nonprofit fundraising.
You throw
But we
the
do try to get
parties.
them on stage.
You throw the
Once in a
parties.
while, I try. But yeah, I'm not an actor, but I do play one on TV.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
this is
It's
so
been a- it's
awesome.
been
I
great.
just thank you so much for
Oh,
coming
our
in.
pleasure, our
I
pleasure.
mean, I just have to say, I to our viewers, you've got to come out to the Camelot Theater because it's so fantastic. And okay, well, that's all
Well,
the time
that's
we
all the
have.
time we've got.
Yeah, so thank
well,
you for coming on or watching our show, Gems of the Rogue Valley, episode 6 on the Camelot Theater. Thank you at home for joining us and exploring this dramatic
Yeah.
gem.
And we want to thank our guests, Roy Von Rains Jr. and Dan Harris.
Hauser.
Hauser, yeah, okay.
Dan Harris is somewhere.
Yeah, and we want to thank our crew for all the wonderful support. And if you happen to have a gem that needs to be featured on the show, you can write us at gems@glamourdave.com.
And the other thing is, if you want to buy tickets or you want to find out about donating or volunteering or just the next season that they're going to have at the Camelot Theater, you should go to their website, www.camelottheater.org.
And remember, theater ends in RE.
Yeah,
It
yes.
ends in R-E.
R-E,
Yes,
that's
theater
right.
in R-E.
R-E,
Yes,
that's right.
exactly,
So-
exactly.
So I'm your host, David Nienow,
And I'm your host, Cassandra Wass.
and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.